You know what it is? Like, we didn't care about it. Okay, when our season finished, we were like, oh, man, like we've just won this. But we were a bit confused why certain things didn't come to light, like why everybody only went on about Sanam being the first Casa girl instead of us being the first non-white couple to ever win Love Island. Because to us, that was massive. Even when we were in there on the day of the final, we were like, imagine if we won it, like it'd be the first time this has ever happened. And then it got to this season finished, and then all of a sudden we see that the winners get the press shoots, we get the daytime TV. And we were just like...
You didn't get none of that?
But then you get like people who haven't also won it in the same season that have also got this, that and the other. And it's like, we never really thought about it when we won because we were like so excited. But then when you see what happens after you, we then start to look into it. And it's like, oh, well, why weren't we treated the same as those other people that won it? So it's like, yeah.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed.
Oh, yeah, let's cut it out.
Cool. All right, what's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Free Shots Tequila podcast with myself, Marvin Abbey. What's he got in the studio?
You usually say he's not here.
What?
There's the gap, and then...
Brent, tell the truth. Is that what normally happens?
What?
All right, cool. No drama. Anyway, can you just let us know your name as well, bro?
Tazer fucking Black, man.
We've got some very, very special guests in the building. Some winners. Winners only and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Just know your names and where you're from.
I'm Karen from Manchester.
I'm Sanam and I'm from Bedford.
We've had a few Love Islanders before, but I've never actually asked the question. What is the process of getting in? That's what I want to know.
Oh, mate, the process is long. And even when you know you're in, you don't know if it's for sure, do you? Because
they always say you're not in the villa until you're actually in the villa.
Yeah. You could, like, we flew out to South Africa and we're still saying, you know what, you're not in till you're in.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Mate, do you know how many people flew out over there? I think people that are on the last season flew out to South Africa and never even got in the villa.
What's the other thing? Is it Casamore or something?
Yeah.
That was me. So I flew out to I was a Casamore girl.
Okay.
So basically the process, we both applied. I applied like back last year, like June, July time. And my process was between July to like January of me having interviews or chats and stuff like that. And I only got told in February that was going on.
Hers was a lot longer than mine.
Yeah.
I found out in like basically October that I was going on. Yeah. They were like, listen, don't get carried away. You're not in till you're in, but you're going to South Africa. Like, here you go. So I was happy. But the only reason they told me, I think I was the first person to find out, was because I was a teacher. And I was like, I need to be able to hand in my notice. I need to give them time. Otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to do this.
What lesson do you teach?
P and science.
I was going to say, it's got to be PE still.
Right, like a maths teacher.
Mate, I taught maths as well. Listen, I've taught everything.
Serious?
Yeah.
What age
everything. I taught maths up to up to year 9.
Okay.
Science up to year 9 as well, and PE all years.
That's mad.
When you're a teacher, though, once you sign that contract to be a teacher, we can put you on any lesson you want.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, anything. It doesn't matter what qualifications you got. You can do anything. But I went back in September. So I was teaching PE. I went back in September, got my timetable, and it was 80% science. I looked at it and I was like, what is this?
What?
How am I meant to teach physics and stuff like that?
Wait, hold on. Let me get
this straight. Yeah, but to be fair, do you have to know what you're teaching?
Nah, brother. So in my school, so you're telling me that, they're taking the piss with teachers these days.
Yeah, I know.
They're recycling you lot, you know?
Yeah,
of course.
Back in the day, remember your games teacher was only your game teacher. Like Mr. Frank, games PE. Yeah,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Your teacher was only, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, your science teacher wouldn't be your PE teacher.
Never. Like, you only saw that brother on that corridor. You know what I'm saying? Your science teacher was only, you'll never see him in geography.
Mate, my form class, I had form time in the morning every day.
Yeah.
PE like 3 times a week. And that was a class I had for maths. So I had them like loads. I was like their main teacher all the way through. It's like primary school again.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's different.
But you're good at maths though. Not in a rude way, as in like, but as in, because, brother, the what do we call it? The future of our kids is...
It's in jeopardy.
Nah, you know what? You know what it was though? Okay, so even though like me, I'm the highest qualification I had in maths was a GCSE, but you think to yourself like, yes, it was year 7 maths. I'm thinking, you got to try your best because at the end of the day, it's a kid's education. If it was my kid, I wouldn't be happy with somebody like me teaching them that when I've not got the qualification.
That's mad.
I appreciate your honesty, man.
Yeah, as deep as that sounds, and I said that so many times, especially for science as well. I was like, listen, it's not fair on the kids. Like that, the parents are sending their kids to school. I'm having teachers that aren't qualified to teach them the subjects. Teach it, but I'll try my best to do it.
Hey, one time I was teaching my daughter some maths. She was doing her thing. I said, let me come and let me show you how this is done. When I saw the question, I said,
What age?
She's 11.
Oh.
Yeah?
What?
Brother, I can't lie to you, brother. This question I had to get outside and Google.
Was it algebra?
She didn't know though.
Was it
I can't
algebra?
remember what it was, but I just went outside. I was on the corridor and you know the ones. Then I had to come in and do the, I've been thinking about it. I think it's this. But maths is different. So if I'm doing that, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
rough. It's rough in school, man.
So what did you do before?
I was a social worker that worked in adoption. So
Oh.
nothing as like, mine was like, you do what you do. Your job is your title. So I was not getting told to do things I was not qualified to do. So
Is that a difficult job?
no, I love my job. My job, I worked in post-adoption support. So I was supporting a lot of children that had already been adopted.
Okay.
So I absolutely loved my job. I go into work and absolutely like have a blast of a day. Even though it was stressful sometimes. I loved it. I couldn't complain about mine.
Oh, so that's something you have in common, working with kids.
Yeah.
Did you learn that in the house?
Yeah, that's one thing we both figured out straight away, isn't it?
Yeah, so obviously Kai went in there before me. So I was like, I sat at home watching him and like trying to figure out who in there I'd actually have a connection with. And the only person I could think I'd have a connection with was Kai. Based on that
She
initially.
came with a game plan.
I did come with a
That's it.
game plan.
Oh, swear.
What's that? Law of attraction? Were you talking to your TV?
I was
She's like, if I get
manifesting
on,
it.
I want him.
You're coming to me. And I got it.
That's dope.
No,
man.
that's sick. Yeah. So you can find love in Love Island. Interesting.
Do you know what? You can find love because look at Stormzy and
I knew
Maya.
that was coming. You know.
Oh, so
Hey, listen, I can't lie. Use lot, Dammy and
India.
India, Stormzy, Maya, but you lot are showing us like love's here, you know. Because I'm telling you, like I was looking at the story picture, thinking, I might need a babe, you know. The
Is it
vest,
all white in Greece?
the vest is whole night. Stormzy not happy, you know. Stormzy was like, I've had enough of this game. Like, I want to check out still.
But it's true if you think about it.
Mate, it
it's
wasn't up to him. The amount of songs he dropped on my jammer as well. Like he's gonna be gassed walking down the road with her again.
Do you know what it is? You never know, you know. They might have been, the way they are, they might have been dating like
ages
6
ago.
months ago
Yeah.
and just thought, you know what, let everyone know now. Who knows? You never know,
They've
you know?
definitely been speaking. You can tell she was at these couple of these shows before. They've crossed paths, man. They've crossed paths. But to be fair, both of them, they're still doing their thing. At their height, it only makes sense. He's a better man. She's a better woman. Why not, man? It is what it is.
And in terms of the UK, they're elite, innit?
Yeah.
They are.
They're both in the same kind of like bracket-ish in terms of like what they're doing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
So it kind of makes sense. It's like, who
Common
else are you
ground,
going to
man.
go out with? Mm.
Saw you on Jonathan Ross. Saw you on Love Island. You know what I mean?
It's true, you know?
You know what I mean?
I'm going to join for us next week. The other ones. So, all right. So in terms of Love Island and whatever, so obviously you came to the live show. Was that your first time listening to Free Shots?
Live, yeah.
Live.
That was well good.
Oh,
You
thank
done
you.
one before?
We loved it.
We've done loads, yeah. We've done quite a few.
No, that was the
Yeah.
first time.
But that was
well
the
good.
first one at O2 Indigo. We done Royal Albert Hall, 2021, innit?
Yeah.
And
Lockdown threw that all over the place. That was supposed to be 2019. But then we had to push it back because of lockdown, COVID, and all that stuff. So ended up doing it 2021. And we ain't done one since. That was like our first one in like,
It's
2
sick,
years.
bro. It's-
Yeah,
That was a
love,
sick
love,
outcome
fun.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended up being a full house on the day. Like, we literally sold out on the day. Normally we sell out well in advance, but that one was a bit of a...
The problem with O2 is the seating.
Mm.
Because you get the good seats that go first, but then you get like the increment seats.
Yeah, they show you the map.
They show you the map,
The
innit?
people go to buy tickets and like,
I'm over there, like what? Nosebleed seats. Because even me at O2, you know when you see people recording concert O2,
yeah.
you're thinking, you are far away. That could be anyone on stage, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might even be the artist. It could be a body double. You wouldn't even know that's how far away you are. So I think people are a bit weary about that. So, but yeah, as Tazer said, sold that. But I saw you guys upstairs. If you notice, whenever you say that saying, you guys, you can say it to girls as well.
Yeah, you can.
It's like a uniform thing. But when you break it down, it's weird because you're not a guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a bit techie. I used it on radio and I did get pulled to the side a couple times.
No,
Saying
it-
you guys.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
No, but that's different now because of all like.
Yeah.
I'm talking about back day.
Oh,
This
you
is-
got to be like mad inclusive.
Yeah. So even ladies and gentlemen could be seen as problematic nowadays. So I'm rattled. I don't know what to say. It's like, okay, what's going on, people?
Even that soon.
What? I've got to say tables and chairs.
No,
too?
because it's aliens.
You've got to include them as well.
Yeah, you
What
got to
aliens?
them.
What aliens aren't people?
Not technically. But
Okay, until that day comes, we'll cross that road that day.
Nah, but get ahead of the curve.
No, not until I see it. Do you believe in aliens, by the way?
Nah, but do you know what, right? So we started a new Netflix series called Manifest. And I don't know if you heard of it. Have you heard of Manifest?
I've heard that. I
Oh
started
my
it.
God.
Yeah.
So we've only watched season 1 because that's the only thing on Netflix at the moment. And I kid you not, last night I've been having dreams, like hallucinations. Like I literally think there's like some powerful force that's going to take over me. And I'm convinced aliens or some powerful force does exist now since watching that.
Nah, there's something out there. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what it is, but have you ever heard of a simulation theory?
No.
Nah, don't even look into it because it'll send your head.
What is it? No, you can try.
So,
The only matter is, I was going to ask both of you what conspiracy theories do you believe in, yeah? But you've already started there, so let's go with that one first.
So there's this one, right, called the simulation theory. I don't know the ins and outs because it proper sends me. And it's basically saying that life on Earth is a computer simulation because you can run, like, see AI and stuff like that. Like, computers got so powerful that they can create life. But then I think it was Elon Musk came out and said, there's more chance of this being a simulation than it's not. Okay, so when you look at percentages on how powerful it actually is, that's how it is. And I think even when you look at like technology, it more than triples every single year. So thinking like in 2300, something like that, like it's gonna be
mental.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Someone's controlling us?
No, it's just a game. Like it's like a game. It's like GTA. Look at GTA.
Yeah.
Imagine GTA just on free roam. That's it.
So what will be in an Xbox?
That's how they
broke it down, you know.
That's how they break it down. You know?
You know what the thing is, we might be. Because think about it, like GTA, like there's different things going on in the background. Like, who knows?
But do you not feel like you have control?
Yeah, but they probably feel like they have control.
No, I know. I'm asking you. Do you feel like you have control of what you do day to day?
Yeah, but you have control of what you do, but you don't have control about what other people do.
Yeah, all you can really do is control how you react.
That's what I'm saying. So technically, do you have control?
It's deep, man.
This is really deep.
Yeah, but when you think about it even more, the only certainty right now is that we know that we're in here. How do you know that there's anything out that door?
But how do you know it in here?
How do we know that door, there's only stuff out that door, it only simulates as soon as we open it?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Because think about it.
Because I've gone through that door like at least 300 times.
No, but you know,
same thing out there.
Groundhog Day.
It was the same thing.
But even if you go to a bus stop, and you see someone talking to themselves at the bus stop,
like NPCs.
In their head, they're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Like somebody's there. Like same way I'm talking to you. Imagine like this might not be going on this podcast.
Okay.
This could just be me at a bus stop and someone's looking at me thinking, what's wrong with this guy? But in my head, I do 3 Shots Tequila podcast. I done O2 the other day.
You see NPC.
It might not be real.
See the NPC thing, yeah. This is why I keep saying to him that I thought the metaverse is going to be a real thing in the future because that NPC thing was sending me, but I get it. How is this? Have you been on TikTok live? No, but have you watched other people on TikTok live?
Nah.
No, not often.
Go on TikTok live, yeah, at like 1 a.m. and see what people are doing.
What are they doing?
1 in the morning, there's someone got 5,200 viewers and he's just sitting there. But
they're making money.
No, I know, but in my mind, I'm like, forget what he's doing. There's 5,200 people watching you do this. Then you swipe again and it'll be the NPC. And there's like 2,000 people watching. I'm like, where are these people around the world? But they find it entertaining. Or the new, it's not even new, but it's a thing, ASMR.
What's that?
Like sounds. Like all of this stuff. All chewing. People like that.
Yeah, I've seen that on TikTok lives. People just sat there like eating food and crunching on stuff or like swallowing things.
Yeah. And people message them and say, can I have a request? Can you eat a banana next time?
That's weird.
Listen, the future.
I might start doing that, you know.
Make loads of money from
I'll
that.
start eating celery on TikTok live tonight.
You'll find someone would. It's like, do you know how women first started recognizing that there was weirdos online? Well, I'm not calling them weirdos, but people with fetishes, yeah. When they post pictures, and their feet are showing,
and people are just getting.
And all of a sudden they get a DM like, "Oh my god, you got nice feet," and before you know it, it's a thing. This person's consistently DM'd them saying, "Can you post another picture with your feet showing?" That's why a lot of women crop their feet out because they don't want to invite those.
You crop your feet out.
I don't want my feet online.
Do you know what it is, right? You know what's weird about this? I put a TikTok on. Never used TikTok before, really. Like before Love Island. Didn't even have an account, and my feet were in it. Oh, the amount of comments I got.
Yeah, see?
People do judge you on feet, though. Do you think I want that sort of like hassle? Oh, why is your toes not painted? Or what? People are way too judgy on feet, like for no reason.
Yeah, and because of
Foot to
how
foot.
quick we use social media, I'm not prepared. Like, I'm not always gonna have a shape. I'm not always gonna have my nails done. I'm not always gonna be well groomed just to post a story. It's too much pressure. Do you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
can post
but-
a story now. By the way, your stash in the last video, the cash video,
It's mad.
yeah. You look like a real 80s cop, you know.
It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. I know. I see that's why I'm not really reposting the video still. I see it. I was like, Cause that's some acting thing I was doing, innit? So basically I had to cut everything off and leave the moustache in it and cut everything else. Just look weird, bruv. Yeah,
I want to see this. Show us a picture.
man.
I'll show you the video.
But why are you doing it so fast? Brett, look at this.
He's already got it.
All right, bro. It's like, I ain't never seen you. Nah. Snake.
No, it's on the free
Judas.
It's on the free shots.
Oh, piss off, man. Judas, bruv. Man went to his phone quick.
Oh.
You know what? It's not even that bad.
No, because you're a trendy guy. That's why.
Oh, this is trendy.
That's them moustaches are trendy.
I rate you do it again, you know.
Nah.
Why don't you be that trendy guy?
Nah, never again, bro. Never again.
and a black leather jacket.
If I did do it, I'd leave a little bit of hair here so it just looks a bit like, do you know what I mean? But that one was just straight Hogan. Actually, Hogan tash is down to here, innit?
This is well long.
He's got the one that comes all the way down here and stuff. But yeah, so have you got any conspiracy theories?
No, I don't think so.
No?
What even is conspiracy theory? Like when they tell you something's happening?
Nah, it's just something that, like, for example, it could be like, I believe aliens live among us, or I
Or
believe
the world's flat.
yeah, the world's flat,
Oh, flat Earth theory.
I don't know if I believe that or not. But then sometimes I think I do believe it.
In the
What?
flat Earth theory.
No, that the Earth's flat.
Yes, the flat Earth theory.
Do you believe it?
No.
Do you believe it?
nah.
Do you believe it?
No.
Well, I don't believe it.
See, you know, she's smart still. You believe it? Nah, you believe it? I don't believe it either still. It's right on that list, like, cross off flat Earth.
No, I don't believe it. Don't send hate for me.
Superstitions, a form of conspiracy theories or not?
Nah, not really.
Oh no, do you
Nah,
know what I
but-
have to do for superstitions? Like I have to like turn my light switch off like
3 times.
twice. Okay, twice. To make sure all the channels are on like even numbers. Okay, volumes and even. Even when I kiss her, I have to kiss her twice.
annoying.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, mate. Like it's bad.
What's that from, rugby, or what is that from?
Nah, what kissing her for rugby?
No, I mean superstitions.
Nah, I
you
don't
know,
even
certain
know
people
what it is.
do mad, like,
You know, I don't even know what it is. It's like to me, something bad's gonna happen if I don't do it.
it's in twos.
Yeah,
So if you
like
take a sip of that drink, it's got to be 2 sips.
yeah, like, or I'll swirl it around my mouth twice. Do you know how weird it is? Yeah. Like, do you know how weird it is?
Seriously, twice. Have you noticed that?
I know it's the kisses thing, but I don't really notice the rest of
So
it.
when you eat food, what, like, if you're
So you
eating
flush
cereal, it's like 1-2 scoops.
Yeah, like 1, 2. If I'm eating sweets, I'll have 2. If I scratch
Yeah, I
there,
noticed that.
then I'll scratch there. Sometimes it's not as bad, but other times it's bad, and I don't
Serious?
know why. Yeah,
Mine's just don't walk over free drains.
All right, listen.
yeah. We're gonna get back in the car.
Hey, listen.
I never heard that one.
still.
I never heard that one.
What?
Bad
never heard
luck.
Listen, back in the day, one drain was for love. 2 was
What do you mean one drains for love? You walk over one.
yeah. So if
Yeah.
you have a girl, you can walk with one, and it's like, oh, I love you, and you're loving it.
Okay.
I can't remember what 2 was. But
Just
3
never
was,
do free.
But 3 was bad luck.
That's like saying Candyman in the mirror 3 times.
But I never.
Put your phone on
No,
silent,
because
man.
I'm supposed to sort something out. That's why. What do you call it? It is on silent because it's coming through the headphones. What do you call it? What was I gonna say?
Free drains.
One time I didn't believe in it. Yeah. Then I remember going to the sweet shop and I bought curry chip roll. Yeah, you know what that is, isn't it? Like
Curry chip roll.
It's like a bat. You put chips in it and you put curry sauce on top.
From the
like a
sweet
bar-
shop.
No, not sweet shop.
You said I went to the sweet shop.
Oh, sorry, Chinese shop.
Oh.
I was in a Chinese shop. Yeah. And then and I walked on 3 drains. But I used to tell my brothers all the time, I don't believe in this crap you keep telling them sprouting them. Literally, bro, I was walking, stepped on 3. A minute later, the bag opened, bang, on all my clothes.
You think that's because you
From
walked
then,
on?
I never walked on 3 again, bro. I don't chance things, bro.
That's just a coincidence,
It's
man.
bad luck. You go walk on free drains right now.
Exactly.
See what happens to you.
Actually, don't, man. Don't mess with 3 shots, man. You know
What
what I'm
about
saying?
Candyman in the mirror 3 times?
I'd never ever do that in my life.
You tried
What's
it.
that?
Oh, have
You seen the movie Candyman?
No, I never watched it.
Oh, you watch it and go in the mirror and say Candyman 3 times.
I'll do it.
Did you not have that in school?
No, no one ever did that.
Up north.
School's different up there. Mate.
Candyman, you know. What's a good scary movie?
I don't watch scary movies.
Just like me, I don't watch
I
it.
can't do it.
What about if you did it and then watched a happy movie after?
Nah, I can't. Nah.
too
It's
long,
imprinted. Like the moment back in the day when I used to watch something like,
Scream.
nah, that's not a scary movie to me. I wouldn't watch it
Like
anyway.
The Exorcist or something.
I'd
Never
watched
watching
that ever.
That's
ever.
really
I'm
scary.
Nigerian still, so it's a bit different. Still, it's not just a horror movie. This is now.
You're not playing with God.
I'm now playing with God. But when I was younger, I remember I watched It.
It's not even that bad.
What?
Have you seen the new It?
Nah. I heard people having heart attacks in cinema when that came out.
Yeah, I went to the, you know, like when they do like an installation
Yeah.
somewhere. So they took over a tunnel in London Bridge.
Yeah.
And we went to that. Yeah, I was scared. Literally, you walk in and it's like the tunnel from the movie.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden it goes pitch black and the kid is standing right there. And there's all these lights, but it's behind the kid. So all you see is shadows. So we're like, there's a bit less about, I think it was a group of 10. We're like, we're not walking down this tunnel. We're going to turn around. As soon as you turn around, the kid's there. I'm like, wait, hold on. Time out, man. Time out. Stop this, man. And they don't stop it. And then eventually the lights go on and you go to the lockers to get your stuff. And the clown jumped out the locker. Oh,
I'd
my.
be done.
Would you ever do Fort Park Fright Night? Because I really want to do that.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
I'll
I've
do
done that many times.
I've never
yeah.
done it, but I'll do it.
But you
but-
want to watch a horror movie?
But with that one, you know.
No, but that's not. Do you know what it is in horror movies?
It's all jumpy stuff though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, like Friday night, I'm not gonna go into the dark room and they
Why
jump
not?
at me. No, I'm right. I'm just going on the rides.
No, but that's the whole point.
I full love comments for the rides.
No, but you know that they're not real.
I don't need to be getting scared, bro.
But that's the whole point.
Go on another day.
Exactly.
I know, but I like the atmosphere.
Now, Friday Night's sick. The maze is actually sick. You go through like I think it's like a haunted hospital.
Oh,
And then people
that
just
sounds
start
good.
jumping out. And then the last one is like a guy with a chainsaw.
Does he chase you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just put a ran. I just put a ran.
I did run.
Did
Listen,
I would too.
because you're with like a group of 6 of you and everyone's scared. And it's dark and he's just at the bottom of the corridor.
Thing is, you don't know if they DBS check these people either. So yeah,
Wait,
it
what
could be an
happens-
actor, it could be an actual real life murderer. You don't
What
know.
happens when he catches you?
Best be running for your life.
You know, he doesn't do anything. But
You
obviously,
don't
if you
know.
react, like some people are throwing punches and it's like, yo, bro, I'm an actor. Chill out. But yeah, it's just the whole fear thing. But it's a nice little evening out because it's nighttime. I think they opened Fort Park to like maybe 10 as opposed to closing early. Yeah, it's a nice little vibe.
I'll go still. But so when I watched It, I remember like it messed me up, bruv. I had to watch cricket afterwards. Swear to you, bro. Like I swear I was watching, and I don't even like cricket. I was watching cricket to get my mind off it, like as in like 1 a.m, bro. I can't watch horror films.
The scariest film
I
I've
can't do that. You know. Do you know what?
Well, horror films.
No, this is quite funny. This, in fact, it's not even funny. So, my mum's white, okay, my dad's black, right? My dad's Jamaican. When I was younger, it was like really big for my dad for me to know like all my. Have you heard this story? For me to hear all my heritage and stuff like that. So he just went through a phase. He was taking me to like the International Slave Museum in Liverpool. I mean, he sat me down one weekend and just put Roots on back to back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back. And I sat there watching Roots. No, I went back home to my mum's and literally barricaded myself in my bedroom door. that literally did me that.
Why did I do that? Well, he just was just like, I know, but in that manner,
It's just on a madness.
bro, back to back omnibus, you know?
That must have happened.
Roots omnibus. I've never heard of Roots. I've never watched the Roots omnibus, bro.
Nah.
Have you?
No.
You watched Roots before?
No.
Oh mate, don't
That's
watch
mad.
it. I'll shit up.
Yeah,
It's not something I'm gonna enjoy watching.
Roots will get you vexed.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to be that vexed.
Like, that's why I don't watch slave films.
I mean, I've seen 12 Years a Slave.
Nah, I don't know. But I watched 12 Years Slave, the beginning bit. But
Yeah.
I turned it off.
But you know, everyone's talking about it, so I thought, let me watch it. But yeah, I don't enjoy those kind of movies anymore.
And I used to work in Liverpool Street as well, so like, I used to I'm not going to work Vex. Like, do you know where I am? I'm like, there's a bare white people in Liverpool Street. I'm going to walk this after seeing Roots or Swabby the Slave. I might fight in the station, bro. Someone bumps me and it's like, listen, you devil. Like, I know what you done to my people. Nah. There's no point doing that, bro. So
Yeah.
I just didn't really, do you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen movies like Human Centipede?
Nah, never. I've heard about
Don't
it.
want to watch
I
it.
saw that one scene from that. I said, yeah, I'm all right with these movies.
Yeah, but you know what I don't get about these films? This is why I can't watch films as well, because I speak to the TV. I'm the type to say, what are you doing? I don't even make no sense. In Human Centipede, the car breaks down, innit? They knock on the guy's door and, can we just thingy? Can we get a water? Drinking the water from the guy's house.
Yeah, but that's always the case. In
Are
these
you
movies, though.
crazy?
No, but that's always the
You
case.
haven't
though.
seen the guy pour it. Like, even, bro, have you got bottled water? Do you know what? I'm even going to allow it.
Do you know
I'm
what?
thirsty, but I'm gonna hold this one until we get to the sweet shop.
We had the conversation when we spoke about Jeffrey Dahmer. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
Nah,
Sick.
I've
Well,
heard
obviously
about it,
bad, but yeah.
Or would you go in his house?
No.
No, but it's different though, because them man they were looking
They were
for
drunk
a good
though,
time.
yeah. So they were
Bro,
looking to pool.
He had dead bodies boiling in his bedroom. Yeah?
No, he didn't, man. Stop making it up,
Just
man.
No, he
Just-
did.
you
I
did.
had like people's heads in his
In this
fridge.
No, but
So can you imagine? Can you imagine the smell in this house? Yeah, and
No,
dudes are going there.
but how many times have you been to someone's house, you open the fridge straight away?
Yeah,
What
but
do
you
you mean?
smell it.
I've never been to your house. If I come to your house, I'm going to be like, yo, so what's it?
Bro,
Hey,
if-
head.
Brother,
I'm not
if-
going to go to your fridge.
if
Let
I
this
had-
be a lesson learned. Open people's fridges.
And also, if I had a dead body disintegrating in my bedroom, you'd smell it from the front door, bro. Have you ever not had gone off meat in your fridge?
Mhm.
That smells mad. and men are going to his house. You want a drink? He's going to the bathroom to pour the drink, bro.
No, but I feel like the Netflix series,
Sensationalizing.
they made certain things, because apparently there were discrepancies. Like one of the black women, the black woman in Jeffrey Dahmer that said that, the one that called the police,
Mhm. His
She-
neighbour, I think.
she didn't even live in the same building as him. She lived like in the opposite building.
Yeah, but the importance of her was the.
No,
See-
the importance is tell us where she really lived.
No, but what I'm saying is the importance of her was she saw him with the little boy.
No, I hear that, but I'm saying, and then even apparently they said that his house didn't smell like rotten meat. It smelled like a hospital. You know, like because it was
Like
used to
sanitised and
Yeah, it was
stuff,
always
yeah.
sanitizing. So that's when they were a bit like, why is
It's
that
too
always-
clean.
It's too clean. It smells too. Whereas in the film, it makes you think that his house smelled like,
Like a dead person.
yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only problem with these films. That's why I don't really like them.
Mm.
The depiction's always a bit off. But anyway, let's get on to Love Island, because when we came to the don't know how the tangent we've gone off on, but we spoke upstairs in the after party, or after gathering, more like not an after party, but yeah, shout out to. Spoke briefly about Love Island. We were just talking about the fact that you'd won and the fact that the press coverage you were getting wasn't the same as other winners, or people had finished fourth, third, whatever, and they're getting magazine covers. So it's kind of like, I just wanted you to speak to you about that and just shine some light on that, how you felt about that, or if you cared, what is it, if that makes sense?
You know what it is? Like, we didn't care about it. Okay, when our season finished, we were like, oh, like we just won this. But we were a bit confused why certain things didn't come to light, like why everybody only went on about Sanam being the first Casa girl instead of us being the first non-white couple to ever win Love Island. Because to us, that was massive. Even when we were in there on the day of the final, we were like, imagine if we won it, like it'd be the first time this has ever happened. And then it got to this season finished, and then all of a sudden we see that the winners get the press shoots, we get the
TV,
daytime TV. And we were just like...
You didn't get none of that?
But then you get like people who haven't also won it in the same season that have also got this, that and the other. And it's like, we never really thought about it when we won because we were like so excited. But then when you see what happens after you, we then start to look into it. And it's like, oh, well, why weren't we treated the same as those other people that won it? So it's like, yeah.
But you know what's mad as well? I think I was speaking, I saw a Trevor Noah clip. It was sick. I might play it. It was like, what's the difference between racism in SA and America? And he said the difference between racism in SA was that it's blatant, that they're telling you you're black, you can't be here. So at least you know what you're fighting against. Whereas he said in the USA, you have to prove what you're fighting for. So it's a bit harder because it's kind of like they make you believe it's not there. So you have to now prove it's there in order to fight it. But technically you're fighting something that's not there because they're going to tell you it's not there. So they're going to say to you, what are you talking about? No, just...
I thought it wasn't about colour.
Yeah, they're gonna say something to you like that, like, maybe you haven't been around, or maybe your PR people, or maybe it's you.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's your management, but it's like, no, like, you reach out to us, bro. Like, we've seen what's happened in, like, this is the thing, it's not the first Love Island. We've seen bare others. And also, our season, we're seeing people in our season on things. What are you talking about? What, you missed our email? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's frustrating though, because there was a guy that was on, one of my friends was on daytime, I can't remember what the show was, Good Morning Britain or one of them shows, and he was arguing with an old white lady. And he said that whatever they were debating about, she was being like standing firm in her point, yeah? As soon as the cameras came off, she was so calm. She wasn't the racist person that she was playing out to be on cams. And it was very confusing because he's like, like, why are you doing this? And she was like, it makes me money. Straight flat out like that. It makes me money. I don't have a problem with you. I see you. But when the cameras are on, I don't see you. And he was just like, what? So some people actually play up to it.
That's mad, because when the camera's off, I wouldn't have seen her either. Well, don't talk to me.
But that's because but that's because you're not like that. Whereas some people,
But they need closure.
no, I'm just saying they play up to the camera. They do.
No, I'm talking about speaking to her after the camera's gone off.
Oh, but he's still
I
on
won't be
set
speaking
though.
to her.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you're doing that to me on camera, after the camera finishes, cut.
I'd be
Thank you.
fuming.
You know what? You give the mic to the sound man.
Walk away.
I'm gone. Like.
Yeah, but again, it's one of them things where when you're in those spaces, you kind of don't want to jeopardize how people look at you. It's frustrating.
No, but you don't have to. Remember, you're not rude to that person. At the end of the day, what we're here to do, I was on camera. We've done that now. See you later. And also, we haven't seen eye to eye. There's no problem with us not seeing eye to eye.
Oh, people say that.
What do you mean?
People say that there's no problem, but then when you're in those environments, you just never know. That's the thing.
Has anyone tried to catch you out on daytime TV or like any programs or?
Nah, not really.
Oh, your mic, just in case. It's got to be a bit closer to your mouth. Yeah. That's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, nobody's tried to catch us out. But what we have had is
I think people misunderstand us.
Yeah, that's it. People like when we said what we said about us not getting the same opportunities post Love Island, we weren't talking about deals, but all of a sudden headlines start getting made. It was all over the place. Kai and Sanam don't get deals after Love Island. Is this Love Island going down? Like basically making up, we were begging and we were like, that's not what it was. Like we were never talking about deals. What we were talking about is being treated the same as other people.
Yeah.
And making people aware that we weren't treated the same and they didn't get the same opportunities.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, when the season after us happened, we were constantly being tagged or messaged, why don't you get this? Why don't you get this? Why weren't you on that? Why weren't you getting this, that, and the other? And it was like, we literally haven't got an answer for you. So we've addressed it. We said, like, we can't answer your question. It's not as if we didn't know that was even a thing in the first place, but it's like not as if we've like said no to it. It's not as if we've been offered it and said, nah, we don't want it. Because if that was the case, we would have said that. But it's like, it's been brought to our attention. We've made it, like we've addressed it. We've literally had our hands up and said we don't know. And then people saying that we are crying about not getting deals, but that's got nothing to do with deals at all. Like Kai said, it was about being treated the same. But it gets twisted.
But so this is your. So when you say, can you elaborate on what you mean by treating fair? Because maybe it's because you haven't actually said what it is. Maybe that's why people. Because remember, it's always going to be clickbait. Daily Mail always going to clickbait something, or someone's always going to be like, if you don't say it, we're going to fill the words in for you. Because
or people have used it for their socials to gather like attention and onto them. So it's like to get their followers and their interaction. It's like, well, that's not what we said. And we've interacted and we've replied to some of them. And when we get loads of comments saying, when you actually watch a video, this is what we said and you're wrong.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like we are doing so much more, like so much things that we actually really want to do. Yeah, okay, sort of like your typical deals you get post Love Island, but that doesn't matter to us. We're doing things that we actually really care about.
So I feel like when you come off Love Island, usually it's like, oh, go and get a Boohoo Man deal or a Pretty Little Things deal. And it's not that, I mean, it's not like you can't get it, okay, because you get closed deals offered to you all the time. We've had certain deals thrown to us and it's like, it's not worth our time because that's not what we want to do.
Yeah.
What we've been doing, if people actually followed us and looked on our socials, I've been doing loads around rugby.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw that the other day.
Yeah, literally loads about and going over to a World Cup and stuff like that. And that's something I would have dreamed of doing. Meeting the whole England team, getting to know them all and stuff like that. Like that's massive for me. But people are seeing that we're not getting not brand deals. We're not getting like clothes deals and saying, oh, these aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
These are absolutely flops when it's not the case.
Do you know what's dope? It seems like you know what you want. Because I think a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I think maybe people who've won Love Island in the past have just thought, I'm going to go on it and then...
you get things handed to you.
Yeah, fortunate. But then, as you said, you might get stuff that doesn't align with your brand or that you don't want to do. And then out of the blue now, you're somewhere where you're doing something you don't want to do. Whereas I've seen the rugby thing when you're doing like the questions and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I filmed that.
Yeah, there's been quite a few things like that. There's more coming out as well. And do you know that I've got a shoot? And like I said, I'm going over to a World Cup. Got like loads of connections with rugby clubs like England and stuff. And people don't see that because people don't necessarily follow you. And we're not looking out for that. They just think that you're just doing that for fun, but it's work.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to Love Island, people don't care about what you want to do. All they want to care about is like, are you misbehaving? Like anything that comes up, just thinking from Love Island, scene here. That's all, because that's all people care about. Like, you know, like the internet now is more about
negative stuff,
sensationalism and like something mad, do you know what I'm saying? Or a breakup or, do you know what I'm saying? It's rarely about the love, or it's really, do you know what I'm saying? I don't really see that. So
we've been okay with that though, because I wouldn't really say we're necessarily like in a Love Island circle. Like we kind of kept ourselves to ourselves. Like we're not we're friends with people when we see them, but we're not overly close with them. We don't text them all the time. We don't go out and meet them all the time because
you don't need that.
Yeah, that's it. We just focused on both of us.
How long have you not been together?
6 months. And a bit.
You know, every time you answer the question, yeah, you look at each other.
Yeah. Because it's either we look at each other and give each other the go-ahead to talk, or we talk over each other. It's like he can say something, I can say something, like, oh shit, you go, sorry, my bad. So I'm like, you go first and I'll go after.
I can't lie.
It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah. It's giving cute.
Oh, you're moving mad.
That's how you got to say it. You know what
I gave it the jazz fingers as well.
It's giving cute. Nah, it's nice though. It appears longer than 6 months though. I don't know
feels
why.
longer.
Yeah, it feels like
It
you've
feels
got
longer.
like.
Because like you're in there, like realistically,
You're
you're in the
an
villa for
intense
4
relationship
yeah.
instantly.
True,
So
it's
we
true,
only
it's
know
true.
each other for 4 weeks before coming back out into like the real world. But
We
that
moved in
4
together
weeks,
after 3 months being.
No,
with
I
each
was
other.
there. Because we came out in March and we moved in together in June. So that's what, 2 months.
But we were waiting.
should have actually been
We were waiting
April.
for the flat.
See, look, she's
Basically,
on you. Look, see, look, she let you know though. It should have been April, but I'm not saying nothing though.
Someone took long.
It is what it is. I knew what I wanted.
Nah, but do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Imagine you're going and meeting somebody now, then moving in with them after 6. Even if you moved them now, it'd be quick on the outside.
Yeah, on
wouldn't
the
it?
outside. But when you're in
Yeah.
there, you're 24/7 with that person. So it's like you feel like I left there feeling like a known guy like my whole life.
Yeah.
So it was like weird when I wasn't with him. So yeah.
That's
And the
dope,
thing
though.
is as well though, like me living in Manchester and her living in Bedford. If I didn't make the move down here, or she didn't make the move up there, then
You're
do
not
you know what I mean?
seeing each
Is
other.
it going to
Yeah.
work?
Yeah.
So you got to make commitments of a relationship as well.
I never really thought about that. You know that when you go in a house, you're in one place, but then you go back to your actual setting. One's from Ireland, the other one's from London. It's like,
Who's doing the move?
yeah.
Can't move to Ireland, bro.
You say you're not moving?
Mm-mm.
Well, your love's in Dublin.
She's got to move to London, man.
To be fair.
I'm not going there.
What accent is that?
It's Irish, man.
It wasn't too bad.
Come on.
Mm.
I got the accents on.
Would you go on Love Island?
Nah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, man.
I'm not with the games.
Like, someone can't
Right.
tell.
You could have spiced it up.
Nah.
You know what? It was
nah.
a good experience, but I wouldn't recommend it to any of my friends.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That's me being completely honest.
I can't be sitting on a hammock with my babes and the man's like, yo, let's go over there for the
I
chat.
lie. The camera's getting broke.
Imagine
Imagine
Put it this way,
your legs are up in the hammock. You're talking to your babes. Yeah.
You
my
let me get
man's
5
like,
minutes on the roof.
chat to you, babes.
Imagine though, you've been
What?
with your girl since day one in there, and all of a sudden, okay, it gets to week 6, and
Bombshell.
you've got nah, not even that. You've got kissing challenges,
Oh yeah.
and you've got to watch your girl kissing other people.
Oh, do you have to do them? That's
yeah,
what,
you've got to do it.
or what?
It's twisted in a
No,
way.
wait,
No, I'm
How
just
fucked
asking.
is that?
What?
No, like, what
Can't
happens?
make me.
No, what happens if I say no? Like do you know what I mean?
Mate, you'd have all the execs
know,
and
you would.
producers at the door saying, "What you doing?"
I don't
Sort
want to kiss.
yourself
I don't
out.
want to kiss
It's like
Whitney.
Do
when
you know what? Nah,
I want
do
to
you
kiss
know?
Whitney. What do you mean?
When you sign up to Love Island, though, you know what you're signing up for. But it's like when you actually get into that really committed sort of like stage with that person, morally, it's not. I don't think it's right. But obviously, it's a show. Like they're gonna, you have
Mess
to do
with
it,
you.
don't you? Yeah.
But then
It's like a mind game,
But
really, isn't
what I
it?
like about, I'm pretty sure you two have sat down and just erased everything that's happened. Then.
To be fair, we were quite lucky because
Yeah.
after I came in, there wasn't really kissing challenges, was there?
Nah, I remember when you kissed Tom.
Oh, shut up.
I-
You went on a whole date
you know
with
what?
someone else.
I went first and I went, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna kiss Sanam, okay, and I'm gonna marry somebody else because I can't imagine kissing
Yeah,
anyone
but
else. Straight after me, she goes and lips.
No, I didn't. I gave him a peck, and I was
Yeah.
like, I chose to
Yeah,
marry
yeah,
you
yeah.
because marriage is more serious than a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on the lips.
Mate, it doesn't matter. I don't want to hear these words. I don't want to see my girl kissing somebody else. I don't
Yeah,
care
yeah.
if it's a game or not.
But do you know what's funny though? I think me and him will probably be stupid in the house. Like if I'm gonna watch my girl kiss someone, I'd probably do something stupid like block my eyes. I didn't see it. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have to do it, like you said, I'd have to do it. But the execs are getting pulled to the side, man. Like, come on, man. Why did you make me go through that? Like, do you know what the funny one is?
No, but I think it only hurt you if you start liking the girl.
No, but what do you
That's
mean?
what I'm saying. No, that's an example.
No, but I've still like her.
if you're in there for the
Oh,
game,
you mean
yeah.
you're fake liking?
No.
My guy.
Oh, look at this guy.
I said he wants the 50 bags.
No.
You know what, though?
No,
Most people do, though.
Exactly.
You know what? They'll come out now. I mean, might not say it on podcasts or anything like that, but if you're in person with them, just sat, they'll say, yeah, I went on there for the game. I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's what I'm saying. So if you got
So,
to give it a game, you wouldn't care.
All right, cool. So, no need to say no names.
I knew that was coming.
No. But anyone who's in there for the game, when they get in drama, do you get involved?
We stay away from the drama.
Yeah.
No,
it's
no,
like-
because you
yeah.
don't. When you're in there, you have some sort of idea that they're in there for the game. But it's only when you come out and they'll openly admit saying, yeah, That was me. Do you know what I mean? Because
But the thing is, the way
we're on
the way I was talking about drama, the way I saw it is like when you're in there, like I said, you can figure out who's there for what, and certain situations happen. And in my head, I'll sit there thinking, like, this isn't a real argument. Why would I want to get myself involved? Like, if it was serious, yeah, I'll get myself involved. But if it's like fake and put on, I'm not entertaining it. What's the point of me wasting my breath?
I refused after a certain point. I nearly went home. Okay, after week 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, I came into the villa. I was like, "Hi, my name's Sam. How are you?" I want to go home. Get me home. I was like,
I got
nice
to the front door so many times saying, Kai, you need to stop saying you want to go home. Okay, you need to.
Because you were like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, you need to put a smile on your face. And then they'll pull me to the front door saying, oh, I'm at challenge. So and so said this to you. And I'm like, oh, did they? And they'll be like, how does that make you feel? And I'm like, it's not that deep, is it? Like, it's not affecting my life. And then they'll go, why don't you go and have a conversation? And I go, all right, whatever. Go and sit back in my villa. All of a sudden, I see somebody else having the same conversation, but I was meant to have about me. And I'm like,
you got to put saying all that pretending. I don't think I can do it, man.
I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, because for me, it's respect is big for me. Innit? I know it's a game show, but as Tazer was saying, if my babes is like, if I'm in Love Island and I've got my babes now, I'm like, you know what? Forget this game, man. It's just me and you, and then she's got to spend the night with someone. There's one, I can't remember what show it was here, where the girl, his girlfriend spent the night with like another dude, and then they played on the camera the footage. She's lips in under the sheets, and you can see all the other guys are like looking at him like,
that's not your babe.
And you can see he's like rubbing his face. He's uncomfortable. I'm like, bro. No, actually, no, the thing might be not X on the beat. It was actually I think it was actually his girlfriend in real life. I think that I think it was like bare couples go into like.
And they swap partners.
Don't they swap partners? Yeah, I think so.
There is a show like that, you know.
I think so.
Crazy. Have you seen Love Island USA?
That one's like.
It's wild.
Yeah.
They're having sex on there.
Oh.
They're having sex on
there.
there.
Yeah, but Big Brother used to have sex though.
What? What's her name? Makosi or whatever?
In the pool that time. She said it wasn't. She's like, I didn't really. I said, all right, cool. I don't know how people like. Do you know when the cameras are on, you forget they're there after a while, right?
No.
Or you.
Nah.
Man said, not me, bro.
Not catching me slipping, man.
Not me, bro.
You're like on alert.
You see it moving. It moves when you walk around.
And when you have a good conversation, you'll hear the shutter open and to pan to you. So you're like, oh yeah. So you can't forget about it.
Oh, so see, because the way they make it seem as though it's like the camera's filming all the time, and you might
the cameraman. Can you see the cameraman pop out?
Oh, yeah. They couldn't put us in. I'm telling you, we'll be playing jokes.
Yeah, listen.
I'm like, yo, Marvs, say something mad, man. Let the cameraman come over here. Watch him come out the bush. Look at him, dickhead.
But if you're having this, we'll fight. Cameraman goes,
flip the table for bats, you know. Yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Still. Yeah, I couldn't.
But I'll pretend. I mean, I'll play the game if I have to. But
you know, nothing prepares you for it though. Like,
how come you didn't do the sorry to cut you, the 85 club tour? Yeah? When people leave, I've seen people leave Love Island, they do these like tours here, where they feature in bare clubs,
Oh, like club appearances.
Mate,
bro,
we've done none of that.
I saw like an 89, like I saw Plymouth, Birmingham, Manchester.
Mate, they make racks of that, you know.
They
make money. Mate, I found out somebody off our season was making club appearances. Mate, they're making like $3,000 a night. Yeah. Just turning up, having a couple of drinks and dipping.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that. Million
no, but some of the cities you're going to,
I don't care, bro.
The rave is not.
It doesn't matter. I'll phone my brethren and say, bro,
let's roll.
We're on tour, man.
It'll get tiring though.
Yeah, it will be, but the
paycheck,
money. Yeah, because you're thinking at the end of this, I'm in the club doing on the calculator up on 3,000, 89. Woo, hey, let me get my bottle, please.
And it's never main cities as well. Be like the ones where they just veer off. Have you never been driving on the motorway? You're like, what is?
Wait, Fairmouth.
That's where they'll be, bro. Ain't no one going there.
Inglestone and them places. They're thinking, where? But are you still gonna play rugby?
Yeah, mate. That's the plan anyway. Just join a new club, but my knee's playing up a little bit.
What's this?
I think it's like what do I keep saying?
Meniscus.
Yeah, my meniscus. Okay, I think it's my meniscus. So I'm just resting at the minute, but that's a goal anyway.
So. And yourself, are you gonna?
Since I've come out of the villa, I've done quite a lot of stuff that I sort of I was a social worker for adoption. I've done a campaign to sort of raise awareness around children. Mine's not as exciting as yours, but it's really meaningful to me. Like raising awareness for children who need to be adopted. I've done like charity walks. I've been raising awareness for like homelessness because prior to being a social worker, I actually used to work at a homeless shelter supporting 16 to 25-years who are homeless. I'm doing things that are really meaningful to me. alongside like other like bits and pieces, like other jobs and stuff, but like things I really care about are the things that I was passionate about before Love Island. So that's what I'm doing, yeah.
I think that's sick though, man.
Yeah, because now like you can, do you know what I've got from this conversation that you're both doing, you've used Love Island as a vehicle to like obviously propel yourselves, but you're now doing what you want to do
Yeah.
in your own time.
Yeah.
So like you can do the rugby and meet the England team and whatever.
Yeah.
You can do what you did in adoption as well, but now you can do it to a greater scale.
I think for me, it's like really important because I think a lot of our followers are like younger people. And I think, especially in my old role, Phil, I'm really passionate about being a good role model. And I think I've got so many young people following me. So it's like, why can't I use my platform now to sort of help to educate them or help to like make people see things a different way?
And I think that Jen, I don't know if adoption is, there's not really a big light on adoption, if that makes sense. So like, it might be good for you to, as
and I think as well, like social workers, before going to Love Island, I was really scared about being a social worker because it's not always the most positive like views of social workers. But I think like since coming off it and seeing so many positive messages, I feel like I can do my bit to help change the narrative on who we are, like what we do. So that's what I really care about doing. Like use my platform for good. So yeah. And like working with brands, I give back. That's my aim.
Because when I think of social workers, I think of like people who handle problems.
Yeah.
I don't think of the adoption side. I didn't know there was even, makes sense. It must be because it's...
Sometimes you got to go to someone's house and lift up the youth, man. Take them to a different location.
What?
Sometimes you got to do that. What do you mean?
No, but the way, what?
I know.
Bro, the way you came in and said that, I was like, sometimes you got to lift up.
Sometimes you got to say, ma'am, listen, this is the second time. Baby Charles, come. Yeah, let's go. And
Baby Charles.
Why are you acting if you don't know what I'm saying?
I don't, bro. Like, listen.
You've got to put the child safety at first, right? Yeah.
But, boy.
Of course you have to.
No, yeah, I know. But
remember,
times have changed, though.
Parenting's changed.
Because my pet boy.
Listen, when I was growing up, I might have got a young, like... you know what I'm saying? But now...
Didn't we all, yeah.
But imagine, like, when I would have never have thought about going to school and saying... Because the thing is, I knew what I'd done, innit? The hit might have been a bit excessive, but it was like, I knew what I'd done in it. So I was like, all right, cool. But some kids were like, they'll know what they've done, you know? They'll nearly burn the house down. You give them a little, behave, man. Next minute, school, yeah, my mum's moving mad yesterday, you know? The next minute, 5 police vans outside the house. Mum's like, what was going on?
And she's there with the clipboard, you know? That's what I was going to ask you. What's it like teaching kids nowadays? Because I'm hearing it's unruly.
I was just thinking, I feel like the kids have more control.
Yeah, like you can't even discipline your kids no more.
Nah, you know what it is? Okay, I think there's 3 different types of teachers. I've always said it. There's a teacher that gets into it because we love the subject. And then they're not that good because when we're teaching a subject that they put loads of time and effort into the lesson and the kids misbehave, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
There's a teacher that gets into teaching because they've got a degree and we can't do anything else. Okay, so then they're literally just there for vibes. And then you just got a teacher there just because you want to do you know what I mean, make a difference and do something else. So I think depending what you're in there for, which category you fall into, the kids take to you differently. So with me, I never had an issue.
Is that clicking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Look at it all.
Is it ticking, Brent? It's not me. No.
That's your fault. Your phone's the one's connected.
It can't be though. What's it?
Pull it out. Disconnect.
Pull it out.
I thought you were connected with the...
See, stop now. It's Brent knows it's him.
Brent, is it you? Yeah, see, it's you.
Oh, so it's my Bluetooth.
What are you doing over there?
What is Brent's ting, man?
Sorry, continue.
That's all right. So I never had an issue personally.
Do you think it's because kids respect you though? Because I feel like when I was growing up, when I looked at teachers, there was certain teachers that, think about the teachers you respected in school. It's either the ones that you could relate to or the ones you knew were not taking any form of any, and remember, they didn't look a particular way. They could have been old, they could have been young, but they just didn't have it.
So what teacher are you?
You know what?
Out of the 3 that you described.
I'd probably say I was the last one. Okay, so I'm teaching because I genuinely wanted to make a difference. I'd hold my hands up to the kids and say, listen, okay, I don't know what I'm teaching here. Okay, I'm trying my best. Okay, I've been learning this all night. Okay, and the kids respected that. I'd be like, listen, okay, I'm trying my best with you now. Okay, why are you not reciprocating that with me? And the kids rate it. If you're real with them, if you're honest with them, if you tell them, like sometimes they'll come to my lesson and say, I've got in trouble for this, and I'll be like, it's a load of foolishness that. Okay, why on earth that? I mean, I try and sort it out for them. So the kids respected that.
Yeah.
So I never had any issues with them. And if it came to it and I had to raise my voice, then we realised that it was for something serious. But a lot of the times as well, if kids were misbehaving in my lesson because the other kids respected me, they'd sort them out for me. They'd be like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. We had that in our school as well. When you know it's a teacher that everyone, like you rate, for example, who's like, listen, stop messing about, man. Like, let's just concentrate for this one. So
Where was your school? Manny?
5 minutes.
Yeah, in Manchester.
What part?
It's in Oldham.
Oh, I remember Oldham FC. Remember?
Yeah,
They used to be in the Prem.
it was right near there.
This was in the Prem time ago, bruv.
Kids, man.
They still got a football team there.
Nah, they went into administration.
I swear.
Yeah.
No wonder. I thought I ain't heard about them for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, rah.
Peak, boy.
Fascinating. I don't know about that still. So So you're from Manny and you're from Origin?
Bedford.
Oh, you did say that. Bedford near Luton.
Yeah.
It's not near Luton though, is it?
It
It's
is in
half
Luton.
an hour.
It's not near
Down the
Luton.
M1.
It's far, you know.
Nah, man.
What?
Bedford ain't far from Luton though.
It's not half an hour,
No,
40
my
minutes.
dad used to have, I think my dad used to do business there, Sam, because I've heard of
No, your
Bedford.
dad used to do fraud. It's not business, bro. Dad done fraud in Bedford. Don't give it the business fraud. You know when people try to talk it up, bro?
You're
Your dad
right,
done
man.
fraud, bro.
I didn't know what my dad was doing.
Your dad done fraud, bro.
Either way, he used to go Bedford a lot.
You think you only done fraud in London?
I don't know. I don't know what my dad was getting up to.
If you do fraud in London, you'll do fraud in Bedford. If you do fraud in Bedford, you do fraud in Manchester. Anywhere, you know what I'm saying? The network's mad. Man said the guy like, I was doing business.
I don't.
Because we got guests, you're trying to say he's
you're
got
making it seem as
business.
if my dad used to sit me down and break me down through. Like, let me know what he was doing.
No, but you knew what he was doing.
Yeah, as I got older, I realised. There was one time he used to have like a book, yeah, and that's where he wrote all of his stuff on. Do you remember I don't know if you don't remember the 3G phones.
Wait, did he actually do fraud?
Yeah.
Sick. Let's hear. Let's hear about this.
Teach us.
There was
Old school
tough.
Nigerian
yeah.
dudes.
Do you remember the 3G phones, the camera phones?
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time you had a phone that could go on the internet on your device. And then I used to punch in
It's
the
taking
deets.
long though, yeah.
Yeah, to top up your phone. I used to top up £50 at a time. So one time I snuck like sheets of his book and I went to school and I was just topping up everyone's phone. £50 credit, £50 credit. But I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I was actually taking money out of people's accounts. I was just giving money, yo, £50, give me £20, you get £50 credit. One time my dad tried to use it and he was like, it didn't work. And he went to the book to try to find the sheet and it weren't there. And he knew it had to be me. But my dad's this guy here where he just doesn't like liars. If I came to him and said, Dad, I took the piece of paper, wouldn't be no problem. But because I lied, oh my God. I can't remember the punishment that he gave me that day, but it's one of them ones where it's like, I just never trouble my dad again. Yeah,
That's a lie.
No, the other one that wasn't me troubling my dad. That was me getting up to bullshit, yeah, and then getting caught.
His dad threw a bag of rice at him. Like
Yeah.
a big bag.
My brother has this whole like theory that my mum was nice, that my mum threw a bin at him for being naughty back in Trinidad. That's what she always says.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, that he was naughty and she threw a bin at him. So
You,
like,
you never know the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Because your parents, whenever you argue with your parents about something back in the day, yeah, they always have a different
like
recollection.
narrative, yeah.
Like,
They
you're
play
thinking,
it down.
you're like, I was there, you know? I remember it. Nah, you're too young. Now, my mum tried to tell me that I gave myself the name Marvin. We have this big argument all the time with a massive
So what did she do?
brother. Wait, so I'm saying to her, wait, let me get this. You're African parent, yeah, that doesn't even hear anything. Me at what? 3 years old, I've gone into school and said my name's Marvin, and now every single book is Marvin. The teacher will call me Marvin. Like,
What is it on your ID?
yeah, it's on my ID.
What?
Brother, I'm telling you, bro.
So did you grow up in Trinidad?
Yeah, well, no, I was born there, lived there for a bit, then moved around and then came to England. Yeah.
Is it violent like they say it is?
Yeah, it is now. Like, I feel like you can't walk. Well, we're going in January, so I don't want to put him off it.
Carnival.
No, my mum's birthday's January, so big 60th, so we're going there. Carnival's in Feb. I wanted to go originally, but yeah, no, crime-wise, yeah, it's not the worst.
We were in, I went to Antigua
So,
recently.
what was your birthday? January, was the mum? January the 4th? What?
My mum's January 27th.
Oh.
Carnival's like Feb.
No, January 5th, I was the safe.
What, cut the cake together.
Well, you never know, you know?
Fly out to Trinidad.
You know what I'm saying?
Come out.
FaceTime mums, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
So
saying?
we were in, I was in Antigua recently and there was a group of people from Trinidad, yeah, and she was saying that how, she was just basically making it seem as if that Trinidad is the most violent place in the Caribbean.
What is Brent? Is Trinidad bad like that?
Bro, she said there was 20. She said there was 27 murders
Cartels.
that weekend.
Maybe.
20. And you're taking me to Trinidad.
Wait.
We're not even staying in a hotel, you know. Okay, and she's taking me there.
He's from Trinidad as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Your,
what
is
I-
your family involved in it?
No.
She said that you're gonna meet a bad boy uncle.
I like.
They say, "Yeah, is this the brother you're talking? Is this the new partner? You're supposed to move in from April." It was.
To be fair, I don't know about my uncle because he runs a shop, right? And ever since he had to get CCTV cameras, so maybe, who knows? We'll find out.
The
Well,
shop
I
have
wouldn't.
stopped.
I wouldn't just be getting CCTV
Nah,
cameras.
it's even got like metal barriers up now and everything. So who knows? We'll find
You know,
out.
those shop that's only ever got one bread and 2 cans of beans,
Hey,
bro.
listen, brother.
But it's always open, you know.
My brother's mum had a news agent in our area. She had the worst news agents, bro. There was never, you know that you go to the fridge and there's like 3 drinks,
Water's not even cold.
fridge ain't cold, bare empty sections, like 1 cereal box. If you take the cereal box off, there's nothing behind it. I'm looking at man like,
They're
bro,
dust.
like, hey, your mum, like, don't she do like
Stock check.
like, don't she get
Replenish.
stock? What's going on? One time, the funniest one was when he tried to charge some man 5p for a bag back day.
Yeah.
The brother switched 5p for a bag. So it's cool. You could just take the bag still. But he didn't think we heard. We still laugh at this day. We're like, bro, remember you tried to charge that guy 5p for a bag? He was like, 5p for a bag. Look how much stuff I got.
Nah, you'll be alright
That's
though.
cool.
You're with family. As long as you're with
Yeah.
people.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. It's them people that just book holidays and just wander around. Like, even I just got back from Marrakesh, yeah.
I like Marrakesh.
It's nice,
I've
isn't it?
never been.
But you can go to a place where it's like, it just changes. Like, the disparity between rich and poor is next door to each other.
Mm.
It's that bad.
Mate, you need to go to South Africa. Okay?
Oh, see, I ain't been there.
It's bad over there. You're either rich or like dirt poor.
Where did you go to? J-Berg?
No,
Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yeah, I'm scared. I want to go J-Berg, but I heard J-Berg and is it Durban have the best parties. As in like those, like that's where you want to go. But
Mm.
J-Berg's
It's not
Even
dangerous.
still, like when we were in South Africa, 'cause before you go into the villa, you get chaperoned. Like for me, I was allowed out once a day for 2 hours. And
You
had to
weren't
walk with
allowed
chaperone.
out past a certain time as well because it's so dangerous.
Yeah, and my chaperone was telling me how you literally cannot walk by yourself because the crime
Yeah.
rates are really high. Yeah.
So went with Mia, obviously, and my friend and her daughter. So when they were in the resort, chilling by the pool, whatever, they wanted to tan. I'm like, I don't want to tan. I care about tanning. So I thought, let me go to the gym. I'm at the resort, so I've gone to the reception. Can you call me a taxi? Cool, no problem. Go to the gym, finish my session, leave the gym.
Getting wham on holiday.
No data. Oh, right.
Wait, hold on.
No data.
You went gym in Marrakesh? Is in this random gym?
Yeah, just a random gym, like 10 minutes down the road. I come out the gym.
But you don't know the area you're in.
Brother, I've come out the gym, my phone, no data.
What?
I've walked up to a shop, I've bought a bottle of water. I'm like, I'm trying to speak to the guy. All he does is speak French, don't speak English. I'm like, oh my God. I'm on the roundabout. It's 42 degrees, by the way. I'm hot, sweating. I'm like, what do? Gone to the food shop. I said, looked at the menu, Arabic. Oh, can I get chicken sandwich? He's looking at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, chicken? I'm like, oh. You're dumb. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? But then I remembered, like, they've got like a sand color. That's all their taxis. It's the sand colored cars. So I'm waiting, but I'm standing on the corner of this roundabout for 20 minutes. No taxi's gone by. Then one finally comes by. There's a passenger. I said, oh, brother, I'm gonna have to jump in this car with you, man. Please, like, and I showed money in it, and he's like, okay, cool, get in the back. So they've gone off to drop off wherever that person's going, and then they've taken me to. Well, that's not a picture.
No, I can't carry it.
Then they finally taken me back to the my resort. And when I got back to the pool, there was a girl there that had gone camelback riding earlier, and she was like, "Oh, there's an app called InDrive."
Mm.
I'm like, "What's that?" It's like their version of Uber.
Yeah.
I said, "What?" Downloaded it, and it's sick because what you do is you put your destination, where you are, your destination. Then you haggle. Say, okay, I'm willing to pay 30, and you'll get drivers who are like, no, 34, no, 32. And the difference in what I'm saying is like 20p, 30p here and there, but it's just different. And I was like, once I got that, yeah, bare motives. Yeah, Mia, where do you want to go? Because so we went Hakkasan one night. She wanted to go to the market.
It's mad, isn't it, the market?
But it's so mad. And
Do
Mia,
they bother you like they're always
What?
trying to haggle you? Yeah, that's why I don't like them.
You know what? I was all right, because a lot of people over there thought I was Arabic. They thought that I was from Morocco. So even when I was going into a club over there, they were like, "Oh yeah, are you family from here?" And I was like, "Yeah."
No, it
Like,
could be.
yeah.
When you think about what team done well in the World Cup, was it Morocco?
Yeah, it was Morocco.
You could be one of the players, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Think about it.
a lot like people coming up to me speaking in Arabic and then realizing that I didn't have a clue what they were saying. So
Yeah.
it was good. It was good for me.
No, but normally, this is my 4th time. So originally when I go there, my boy lives there. So he speaks Arabic. So usually I have him with me and then everything's patterned. But because I was just with my daughter, I just thought, yeah, let me take you to the market so you can see. where she said, "Daddy, I want to go home," was the part where they there's that one man that has the 2 monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her reaction.
Monkey.
She saw the monkey. She was like, "Oh, I want to pet the monkey." The way the monkey looked at her, yeah, she said, "No, this didn't have to go. This ain't a zoo monkey." She said, "No, Daddy, I want to go home."
This ain't the monkey or the cartoons.
Yeah.
I fed a wild monkey, didn't I? And I survived. It was well cute.
Nah. My daughter's 9.
Love a
She went.
monkey.
What is it with like women and like animals?
I don't know.
They love it. Like, you know, like, I can look at a dog and be like, it's a nice dog. Oh,
Please.
my God.
I need to know how you're going to answer this question, yeah? So when Planet of the Apes came out and Caesar was doing... No.
What is this?
Were you one of the girls online that said Caesar was handsome?
I don't think I watched
What?
it.
Oh.
Yeah, so no, because Caesar, they done some like GQ
He
shoot.
done a GQ shoot and he wore
And
a
they put
suit.
him in a suit and whatever. And then Bear Girls on Twitter were
Oh my
like,
God, I love her
God.
eyes.
Show me a
Bro,
picture.
There's something about him.
I know, I'll let you see. Yeah, see?
There's something about
Look how
him.
slowly he picked up his phone.
I'll be looking at your
When you
reaction as
when you
well.
ask see my tash, look how quickly he picked up the phone. Nice Caesar, you're moving slow.
I'm finding it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
GQ.
But even SA, some people I know, their people got robbed out there.
Really?
Yeah. And they were saying that they think it's the girls from the club that set them up. Because where their hotel was, apparently, like, you don't stop at traffic lights.
Nah.
Like, when you're
Because It's got
driving-
like the highest like hijack rate.
Yeah. So when you're in a car, when you get to traffic lights, you don't stop. Like, you just look for a space and you're gone kind of thing. So apparently when they were coming into the hotel, there was a barrier. And then armed men with guns just was like, yo. And they said no one from the hotel came out. Like, nobody. like, apparently no one helped. Everyone was like,
Sanam, you saying you like that?
She didn't agree.
You into
Thank
that?
you for defending me. I didn't say anything.
No, but I did hear her go, I did.
I like his suit.
Something about him, you know.
And there's one with a white suit as well, isn't it? When he's in the mirror, he's got like he's looking in the mirror, he's wearing like a white suit.
You've analysed these pictures.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, see, look, that's a cold picture though. That's cold-blooded
Oh,
though.
the hand in the
Have you tried posing like that?
Nah, never. Nah.
He's got that white suit now.
I actually love a suit to be honest.
internet is but it just reminded me of like Nigeria. So I wasn't really bothered by them. Yeah, but obviously Mia, that's her first time, and then the other two that I were with, first time, and so they were like, no, we just want to go home. Even getting a taxi that night, the taxi's across the road. So I'm saying to him, bro, there's 2 kids with me. Bring your car this way. I'll stop the traffic. But man, just walk to the traffic and just do this to the cars. Telling us, yeah, walk. Mia's looking at me like, Dad, what have you got me doing? I'm like, listen, we're in this. This isn't the UK. There's no zebra crossing here.
That's like Nigeria. 3 lanes of traffic, 5 cars. I don't know how it's possible. I swear to you. In Nigeria, there'll be 3 lanes. Somehow there's 5 cars along.
I feel like it's like everywhere. Any country but the UK, I feel like it's like that. Outside of Europe, it's just like that. Because even in Trinidad, it's like that.
Oh, serious?
Driving's crazy over there.
Trinidad.
Dangerous.
And Trinidad traffic?
Bad.
Yeah, but people don't have licenses. Like in Nigeria, you don't take a test.
To be fair, well, back in my mum and dad's day, you can pay for your license.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
We were
about now
talking
though.
about this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, my dad had a whole theory that my mum paid for a license. My mum was adamant she took the test and passed it, but I didn't know what really happened because I wasn't born then.
Where in Trinidad?
Oh yeah, my mum doesn't drive anywhere now either.
No.
But think about it.
But you can buy a license, yeah.
If you got a whole country of people who have not taken a test, do you know how mad that is?
Yeah. There's no law.
There's no
There's no language, essentially, like driving language. Everyone just drives however they want to drive. That's why
It's every man for themselves.
That's why driving in Dubai is mad as well.
No, but I like
you've
Dubai
got
though.
Yeah, because you got expats who've learned how to drive from different countries, and then they just come to Dubai and drive how they drive.
No way.
Yeah, but the only thing about Dubai is because it's so big, like it's calm. As in, like most of the motorways is like 5 lanes. The bad thing about Dubai is if you miss the turning, oh my God, there's times when I'm full in ways, miss the turning.
20 minutes.
When it reset, what's it called? Updates. 20
New
minutes
routes.
extra. You're thinking, oh my God, I need to get to this brunch for one, like, shit. And it's added an extra 20 minutes on. Listen, I'm telling you. But all right then, cool. We got to end the interview there. But thanks for coming on. Have you got anything that you want to let us know about or?
Nah, just thank you for having it. Unless you do.
No, I don't.
Have you got any, anything that you're doing with the adoptions and stuff like that? In terms
do
of...
you know, I've got something coming up, but it's not like approved, like not finalized
Okay,
yet. So it's
cool.
not something I want to talk
Okay.
about and then it doesn't happen. Do you get me saying?
Okay.
Just continue to support us and follow us, really.
I mean,
Watch the space.
you're always welcome back on the pod anyway, so
Thank you.
do you know what I'm saying? It's not
Enjoyed
really
it.
a
It's been
problem.
good. This.
I like you lot's
Fun.
energy, man. It's very
Yeah,
positive.
yeah.
Very positive. It's cute.
It's giving.
Thanks.
But yeah, as a couple, like, sweet, man. It's nice, man. It's like, we support love, innit?
Cheers.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Look, he does, look. That's how toxic he is.
What are you talking
I
about?
said we support
Who
love.
hurt you?
He's like, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Oh, yo.
I thought he was on my side, you know. Nah,
As soon as he said love, man started shaking his legs, like, going cold turkey.
What is love?
Like,
When was the last time you were in love? bro?
what?
When was the last time you were in
Alright,
love?
thank you for
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to the Preachers Tequila podcast. And we'll be back next week. Peace.
All right.
Thank you.